Yo, what up, guys? This is T Bear here, and welcome to the Bear Cave. Now, as promised, this is episode 1 in relation to my career in immigration. Now, this seems like a pretty hot topic that everyone wants to know about. Reason being, all you generally hear is what's in the media. Why? Because anyone that works in immigration isn't allowed to speak about it. In fact, when they sign their paperwork signing up, it says they're not allowed to speak about it for about 10 years. Well, luckily for me, it's been a while. And also luckily for me, I really don't care. So, let's take this back to 2001. Originally, I got offered a job in Woomera, to which I said no. Only then to be offered a position at Baxter IDF, which was Immigration Detention Facility. That was an experience, to say the least. See, we ended up in there before the centre opened as course number 1, and there was about 22 people on that class, and they come from every walk of life. Me, I come in with a 2 or 3 year security background, sort of new bits and pieces. There was shopping attendants, there was mechanics, there was electricians, there was so many people from so many different walks of life. Yet, they got 5 weeks to then become responsible for over 1,000 people. Yeah, you didn't mishear that. 5 weeks. In that 5 weeks, we learnt, memorised and repeated a mission statement. We read through policies and procedures to let us know the difference between the black and white of the job. Unfortunately, the job was a hell of a lot more grey. We got a couple of days of control and restraint training. So, using handcuffs, using batons, that kind of stuff. But after that 5 weeks, we were chucked in the deep end. See, there were FIFO workers there from the other centres around the country. That's right. Nearly every state has a detention facility. Adelaide still has one, hidden in Kilburn. Perth has one near the airport. Sydney has Villawood. Melbourne has Maribyrnong. They're still there. They're just not spoken about. Are they as busy as they used to be? Hell no. Does the same amount of crap that goes through there happen? Highly likely. Yes, at this stage, the boats have stopped. Yes, at this stage, Christmas Island is either closed or mothballed or on downscale. We're sending people over to Manus Island that, everyone flips their lid over. But it's no different than here. See, when they came in on the mainland, they've got certain entitlements, which meant they'd have 3 cooked meals a day. They'd have pay TV. They'd have opportunities for recreation. Do our elderly get that? Do our homeless get that? Hell, do even our kids get that? No. Now, people say, well, they're entitled to ask for refugee status. Yes, anyone's entitled, but it's the way they do it that's the problem. Asking for refugee status isn't illegal. Coming here via boat and destroying your paperwork on the way through is. That's the problem. When you have 20-year-old males claiming to be 15 and here on their own, so they get treated as an unaccompanied minor and get all these deluxe benefits because no one in the Australian government is game enough to stand up and say, no. See, John Howard stopped the boats. That part is true. It's made it harder to get to Australia. It's made it harder to stay in Australia. Is that the right thing? Hell yes it is. But the problem is, even the way detention runs now is different. As I said, I started in 2001. And with a break in the middle, I spent the better part of 6 or 7 years working within department. I took people from Australia back to their own countries. And by own countries, I mean New Zealand, Malaysia, America, Indonesia. You know, it's just not Afghanistan or Pakistan. I mean everywhere. Even now, the numbers of overstayers per their visa is ridiculous. In fact, they used to have a detention centre hidden right near the airport for that exact same reason. Because so many people are caught out landing or trying to leave. So, quite simply, I did 5 weeks with a bunch of people that had no experience either, and then we ended up running a centre. From running a centre, we went around and opened other centres. All with 5 weeks of basic training. So, over the next month or so, I'll start to break down what happened within these places. In fact, I'll start to be able to break it down company by company. See, I worked for ACM, Australasian Correctional Management. I worked for Group 4 Folk that become GSL. I've always also worked for Serco. See, the names change, the positions change, the people don't. They get some bad press, they offshoot to another company. That's just the way it works in big business, I guess. So, if you're interested, stay tuned. Over the next few months, I'll break it down year by year, company by company. I haven't quite worked out which way yet, but I will be discussing fires, riots, lip stitching, sodomy, some of the other things that people would exchange for Mars bars. So I highly suggest that if you've got sensitive ears or sensitive feelings, these aren't probably the podcast for you to watch. But if you're interested to learn exactly what happened and how it happened and who it involved, then what can I say? Stay tuned. Anyway, you've got it, guys. My name is T-Bear. This is the Bear Cave Oz. You can find both on social media. You can find the Bear Cave Oz on YouTube. That's right, I'll be dropping my thoughts whenever I damn well please. Remember, real always recognizes real.